Hey, everybody. Did you see the news this morning? If you're a homeowner or a future homeowner interested in real estate whatsoever, the news this morning is being touted as one of the most significant jolts in U.S. housing in 100 years. What's that news? National Association of Realtors just agreed to a $418 million settlement with some rule changes pending court approval regarding fixed commissions. So what is this? What does this mean? What does it mean to the consumer? Let's start with what it is. It's been general practice that a homeowner will pay a commission fee to the seller's agent. That commission fee then is split where the seller's agent takes part and they offer another part to the buyer's agent. So that part is offered on the multiple listing service. So when you put your home on the market, there's a fee in there that says cooperating commission. As to what that is, general practice, it's usually about 2.5%. Is usually what we see. So with this new lawsuit and with what's happening in the settlement that's happening, what we may see happen is that fee that's shared with the buyer's agent disappears. So there's talk that the multiple listing service will not be allowed to advertise a cooperating commission on that side. So what does that mean? Well, the crux of it for the buyers means that they will no longer be able to incorporate the buyer's side commission that is paid to the buyer's agent into the purchase of the house or the financing, if you would, right? So that 2.5% or whatever they agree to with their buyer's agent at this point, they have to come up in addition to their down payment and closing costs. So you're really looking at 2.5% or higher fees in purchasing a home, which in Silicon Valley is pretty significant. So that's what we're really going to see when it comes to that. So there's going to have to be a separate agreement where the buyer is choosing their realtor and agreeing to pay them a set fee or whatever it is when they're going forward. So now they can't finance that, right? So there's your extra cost. That's the first part that it affects the buyers, right? How it affects the sellers. On the seller side, really what I've always looked at that amount of fee as a seller's agent is a marketing fee, right? It's for exposure. So you put it out there to get more agents to show the home, to bring more buyers in and let them do whatever they want to do. If an agent's one of those types that gives kickbacks to their buyers or whatever, great, they can do that, right? So that was a piece that was used on there in marketing side. So it's going to just bring a little bit less exposure pending, right, in the process, but it's also going to bring more buyer negotiation, right? Put on your hat for a buyer. If you all of a sudden have to pay 2.5% more, a price that, by the way, has been built into the sales price of the house. If you're a seller, keep that in mind, right? It's been built in. They're going to have to pay 2.5% more. So they're going to take that in consideration. They're going to offer less. They're going to negotiate more. That's generally how this works in economics, right? Now, on the seller side, right, at that same thing, you're going to feel that pullback a little bit because a seller's not going to want to feel like their house is less. The house down the street just sold for X amount. Why am I going to sell my house for X amount minus 2%? No, I still want X amount and more because of the market we're in. So this will be a really interesting dynamic to see how that works out. So do we come into a phase where buyers are putting down and negotiating a little bit harder, or will they not care, right? Depending on the competition in the market. And then the same on the seller side. What's going to happen there? Are they going to say, hey, I still want max, even though this was a cost associated before, but now that it's gone, I want to recoup that and take that all as equity. So because I'm the homeowner. That's the piece we're going to look at. And that's what's going to be really interesting to pay attention as we're moving forward. I'll stay updated on this. I'll keep you clued in. What I would love to see is your thoughts, whether you're a real estate professional, whether you're a homeowner, whether you're a future homeowner, whether you're a renter. What are your thoughts on all of this? So what's your take? Please put it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And I'd love to engage in a conversation to talk more about how you feel this is going to affect you and what your thoughts are as a consumer or a fellow real estate agent. Thanks so much. Happy Friday and happy St. Patrick's Day coming up. Make sure you wear your green. Take care.